So to set up the amenity spaces within the Rez Shield software, you need to launch the software using the Rez Shield suite icon, not the icon or the browser version, whether you're using Google Chrome or Explorer. And after logging in, the first thing we want to do is go to System Setup. And under System Setup, you want to select your access points. And then specifically what we're doing is we're setting up our amenity spaces. So down at the list, you likely started at spot 17. You'll have a variety of common areas you've already set up. So you basically want to go to the next available space. So in our example, we're up to, looks like 26. You can double click it. You're going to assign it a name. So let's just call it community room. Under access mode, you have to remember to qualify it. Typically, you're going to have it as an optional space. This will give you the ability to select or unselect the space or access to the space for users. You can leave this area type as both for amenity or meeting rooms. You're going to click OK. So now you can see down here we've given it a name. We still have to assign it to a specific floor. So if we go up here to any one of the floors we want, on the floor you want to assign it to, I think typically we're going to assign it to the first floor. You will select, you're going to right click on, then you're going to select assign room to the amenity space. And basically in this window, we're typically going to give it the same name. You want to select what lock model you're using for this space. The default is going to be the 79 series lock, but there are a couple of other options. Once this is done, you click OK. And then we click on Save. And that amenity space is now configured within the software. If we close out of here and we go back to the main menu of the software, if we want to transfer that door along with other doors to the M unit for lock programming, you'll see under lock administration, we're going to select doors to transfer from the PC to the M unit. A list of all our available doors will come up in the software here. So if we're transferring amenity spaces, for example, and I think the one I just created we assigned to floor 2. So if we click the plus sign, and these are always going to be listed alphanumeric, you'll see the community room is listed as one of the amenity spaces. And again, you can select any doors that we're setting up here. Once you've selected all the doors you want to transfer, you will also notice they're listed here on the left hand side. You will generate the file. At this point, your M unit, your lock programmer, should be plugged into the computer via the USB cable. Once the file is generated, we're going to transfer it. And you're going to save the file to the handheld. Now, if you've already done this, it's going to default to the M unit, which basically shows up as a flash drive in your computer. But if you're not there, you would just simply navigate to the proper location. You'll save the file. If you were looking at the M unit, you would notice it's transferring the information there. And then basically you would use the M unit to program that amenity space door. So one more step, if we were making the credential, if we were making the credential back at the home screen of the software for any resident, and let's just say this resident is living in 18201. And then here are all of our amenity doors. And if we scroll down, you'll notice there's the community room door that we created. And you can assign access and then go ahead and encode the credential.